A whole lot of people out there feel exactly like me. You can't trust nothing and nobody no more. Your neighbors, your friends, your family, your school, your church, your job, the president, the government. Nothing is trustworthy anymore. Even relationships. It done got to the point where you're comfortable being alone. Because you know the moment you step out of that zone, somebody's gonna do something to fuck you over in some kind of way. And it's a messed up thing, because when we need each other the most right now, we're going through devastation, whether many people want to accept that or not. We can't even come together enough to actually make something happen. Why? Because we don't trust the person next to us. And many of the people, and this is sad, many of these people will sit there with you and say, yeah, let's do it. But all along, they talking to other people like, oh, they ain't gonna never make nothing happen. Oh, you know what? We're gonna crush their dreams anyway. Our world is, and you wonder why it's so easy for the government to do what they're doing to us, the elite, to just say the hell with us? Because we said it about one another ourselves. I don't know what's going to happen next.
They thought that by isolating you, you were going to fall into a deep depression and take yourself out. Not to dinner, but out this world. But little did they know, you were secretly praying to the Most High that they never call you. Because you knew what they were about. And you knew that by giving them your time and energy, they're going to hold you back in the Stone Ages with them. These are ignorant people. These are people who think highly of themselves because they know how to use an iPhone. That's how it was designed. That's all they know. And they think they're advanced because they know how to use an iPhone. Or they know how to use a remote control. These people hated the fact that you were a problem solver, that you were strong, that you were resilient, that you didn't let them get to you. They thought, we won't invite him or her to a wedding or to our homes, quote unquote, or to dinner or to an event. We'll make them feel bad. But little did they know, that's exactly what you wanted. Because if you wanted to be in their presence, you would have just showed up to their homes, quote unquote. And I say quote unquote because they didn't have homes. They had places they were living in, and it was a broken environment. It was an environment devoid of wisdom, of happiness, of joy, of love. You had all of that. That's why they didn't like you. But you were elevating. You elevated so much through learning that you're not only years ahead of these people, you are not only decades ahead of these people, you are at least 10 lifetimes ahead of these people. And I'm going to explain why. All those books you read and all those videos you watched and all those people you got knowledge from and wisdom from, you had the Most High with you. And what that means is he enabled you to dissect all of that knowledge and not only understand it on a very deep esoteric level, but you were able to form new knowledge. And some of you have knowledge and information the whole world doesn't even have yet. And those are gifts the Most High gave you. And he asked you specifically, do not share these gifts with anybody. They're for you. Even when you were going through the worst times of your life, they laughed behind your back and they said, can you believe such and such still believes in the Most High? They were laughing at you. Who's laughing now? They can never come near you when it comes to you being the total package. They can never even dream of being in the same space with you mentally. When you speak, their jaws drop. They cannot believe who they're listening to now. You see, because while you were learning in silence. You were moving in silence. You were making other moves in silence that people don't even know about. I'm talking to some people out there. And because you stayed to yourself, they thought you were mentally challenged. No, you just didn't want to share these gems with them. You don't want to share these gifts with them. because your intuition told you not to. But now you're speaking up. You're speaking out. You're more open. You're more confident. And they are fuming and they can't stand it. Let me tell you what it's like for them. It's like they're on the 100th floor of a skyscraper that's burning. And every floor beneath them is burning and there's no way they can go downstairs. They're stuck. They're stuck. And now, every time they open their phone, they see you. They block you and you somehow still show up. They leave this app and they see you on another app. They see people showing you love and they're infuriated. They want fame and you don't even give a fuck about it. You don't even look for it. And let these people keep watching you. Let them. Let them. You know, you have a couple of people, more than a couple of people, that will think about you till the day they die and wonder how stupid they were to fumble you. They're gonna have friends and family making fun of them for years to come for fumbling you. They're gonna have immediate family members cussing them out, laughing at them, and telling them what a moron they are for fumbling you. Some of these people, you know what they said when you left them? Oh, he or she will be back. So confident. Oh, he or she will be back in a week. Then they had a close relative say, no, give that person 2 weeks. A week is too soon. Then a month passed, no show. 6 months, a year, years passed, still no show. Can you believe some of these ones still have this false hope that you're going to return? They think you're so kind that you're just going to forget things. You and I will never forget. We forgave. We forgave. And we prayed for them. But we are their karma. We are their karma. They didn't believe in karma. Now every time, listen, if they go and get the Apple Vision Pro, they're going to see you on that shit too. And if whatever else they fucking create from now until the end of time, they're going to see you on every fucking device. Even if they put a fucking chip in your head, they're going to see you in that chip in your head. Take care, guys.
I don't think people understand how peaceful it is to be isolated from people. When you isolate yourself from people, you will understand how, number one, like I said, it's very peaceful. And number two, you just don't deal with the bullshit anymore. Like, you understand, like, as you start to separate yourself from people, you'll start to realize how just stress-free you are. When you learn to be by yourself, you literally have nothing to worry about besides yourself. You don't have to worry about no drama with anybody else. You don't have to worry about no bullshit that's coming from such and such. It's literally just you, bro. And the best thing about learning to be by yourself, when I tell you literally nobody knows about you, I mean literally nobody knows anything about you. Nobody's gonna be in your business unless you let them be in your business. I don't think people understand how peaceful it is to be isolated from people. When you isolate yourself from people, you will understand how, number one, like I said, it's very peaceful. And number two, you just don't deal with the bullshit anymore. Like, you'll understand, like, as you start to separate yourself from people, you'll start to realize how just stress-free you are. When you learn to be by yourself, you literally have nothing to worry about besides yourself. You don't have to worry about no drama with anybody else. You don't have to worry about no bullshit that's coming from such and such. It's literally just you, bro. And the best thing about learning to be by yourself, when I tell you literally nobody knows about you, I mean literally nobody knows anything about you. Nobody's gonna be in your business unless you let them be in your business.
Someone said when you don't bother people, it bothers people. Y'all believe that? If you don't bother anybody, if you're to yourself, you stick to yourself, you're isolated, you detach yourself from the world, from people, you don't interact, you don't like to socialize, that bothers people. That makes people mad, because they always wonder, like, why is he talking to us? Why isn't she talking to us? What's wrong with us? She too good? He's too good? I never understand that. Why can't people just be quiet? Why can't people just be in their own world? Why can't people just isolate themselves without having any, like, issues with other people? it's never an ego thing. Some people just don't like to socialize and interact. They just like to chill, be in their own world. I know I've been there in that position. Like, I don't feel like talking to anybody. I don't feel like interacting. Like, I'm chilling right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't think other people should get offended because, you know, you don't want to conversate. You don't want to talk. Right? That's just crazy to me. Like,
I'll probably say this for a lot of people who think this way, but a lot of people who don't say this shit out loud. You don't be depressed or nothing like that, gang, but sometimes, like, you just want to be isolated and be left the fuck alone. It be days, bro, where you just want to kick it by yourself, and, like, I don't think a lot of people understand that. Bro, niggas already got to deal with life by itself, bro. Life be so fucking much sometimes, bro, and most of the time you don't want to take your anger out on your loved ones. You don't really want to be taking your anger out on your loved ones because they ain't do shit to you or they ain't say nothing to you out the way, but the fact that you going through so much shit, bro, and you can't express yourself is already enough. Sometimes you be by yourself, bro, wondering, like, why the fuck am I existing? Like, why am I really here? What am I here for? Never take your anger out on the people who you love, because at the end of the day, you can always go to them about certain shit. Well, you'll be surprised on how many niggas who really thinking like you, bro, but the whole time they don't really know how to express themselves.
So the reason people are choosing to isolate themselves, it is not because they want to be away from people only. It is because the trouble that come with it. When you are around people, the trusts have gone. We've seen what online people are doing nowadays. Your partner cheat on you, your friend cheat on you with your girlfriend, or with your wife. Hell, some family member do the same thing. The people that you trust the most, they betrayed you, right? At work, you can't tell nobody none of your business, because if you do, they'll do whatever it takes. Because once they find out your life is greater than them, they'll do whatever it takes to destroy you, right? That's why you can't trust nobody. That's why it's better to stay alone, no friends, than having friends who will destroy your life, right? Things are getting tough now. This is why a lot of people in this society, they are choosing to stay away from everybody. That's why a lot of people don't have no friends. Right? You're gonna have coworkers, but coworkers are not your friends. They're not your friends, and you should not tell them about your business or your personal life. If it's at work, let's communicate about work only, right? There's some people that don't need to be trusted. And there are also a lot of people are trying to stay away from these kind of people who might get them in trouble. Because look at these points, right? If you are in this life and you experience this through the screen, how people are getting betrayed, how people are getting robbed broad daylight, right, by society, you're better off trying to stay away from everybody. Because at this point, the isolation is the only solution you to stay alive or you to be able to stay out of trouble, right? Because if you're a bad influence friend, they're gonna lead you into a trouble that they're not gonna save you from. No, you're going to jail. They're not gonna be the one who come bond you out. No, but you need to be careful who you hang out around with, and be careful who you tell your business, because at the end of the day, some people wanna see your downfall. Some people don't wanna see you succeed better than them. Some people do not wanna do better than them, right? You just need to be reading the room as well. If you're in a room, make sure you are reading the room, because you never know. You might tell people wrong story and the wrong moment, and you're gonna end up being fired, for example, at work, or you can end up they're gonna betray you. They're gonna betray you, all right? Make sure you do not share all your business online, because it is not worth it. Is that if getting views and like, does that mean anything to you? Because I never care, you know. You can watch it, listen. If you get value from me, get value. If you don't, you don't, you know. It's not like I'm getting paid. I'm doing this for fun because I enjoy helping. Even though be one person out there listening, that's what matters at the end of the day, right? Oh, my kids can watch the videos someday in the future, say, learn how common sense is, right? Because a lot of people also has lost common sense, and common sense in the future, I guarantee you, because a lot of people are getting feed brain rock kind of content, so the common sense have gone. If you guys notice, a lot of people are getting less smarter day by day. It's because the kind of content they consume and the short form, also it is not good for you, right? So that's why I also seen in the future, common sense is going to be a currency. People still have common sense, they're going to be the one who make money. I guarantee you that. Not only AI, also people with common sense, they're going to make money. People who can think clearly and analyze the situation and execute their action, they're going to do pretty well in the future as well, right? So sorry for getting off the track. We're talking about isolation from people. Yes, isolation is a big thing, but also it can be a bad thing for your mental health. People need people. You cannot just keep everything inside your brain. Sometimes you gotta let it out, what's on your mind, to a good friend. But make sure you know what's the difference between a good friend and a bad friend, right? Would they let you astray? Would they tell your business to the general public? Because you never know nowadays. People share with everything online. It is insane. That's why reaction video now exists. That's why I'm doing these kind of reaction videos, because the thing people share online is it's outrageous sometimes. It's like mind-blowing, right? If people would not share their stories, their nonsense kind of business to the society, I believe a reaction channel wouldn't even exist. But yeah, this is the world we live in, and we have to adapt to it. I mean, you never know. But anyway, guys, please thank you for watching. Like, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.